Hey everybody, so today is the day where we are going to be painting the XR6. So this is a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I'm not a professional, but I am going to give it my best shot with what I've done. So at the moment, it's sitting here. We've got to clear all this stuff out, clean this whole area up, and then today's main task is to do all the inside edges around the boot, do the inside of the bonnet. We're also going to do the inside of the boot lid and get it attached, get the hinges done, get all that put on the car. Probably going to do a few other sundry bits and pieces just to make up some space for what we need to do tomorrow. So today's going to be all the prep work, get ready to do what we can. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, which is the whole car, all the clear coats and the pearl and everything else that we're going to do with that. So we might even experiment a little with the pearl today just to make sure it's going to come out all right. The main thing at the moment is that to get everything ready. So that's our first thing. But once I get everything, we get the car out of here, we'll get everything out of here, and we're going to do a bit of a run through on what we've built for our temporary spray booth inside the shed. And hopefully that will give us a pretty good result considering what our original spray booth area was like. This is a little bit more controlled. We've got homemade filters, we've got everything, but we'll do a run through of that very soon. But at the moment, we're going to get all this out of here, and then we're going to go from there, and get it clean, and get it sorted, and then start painting.
That's so disgusting! We'll be fine, let's party! Say about that. Very guilty. I'm the devil, biatch. Just kidding, my new catchphrase is.
So we've got the XR6 out, we've just washed it down, and we're going to be able to get it back in here to do the final cleans and start our painting. Now for our spray booth that we've actually set up in here, which isn't too bad, I think it's pretty good considering what I've had previously, that we've put some temporary wood up there and sheeted the whole section of the shed into two bits, filled in some of these gaps with pool noodles all down through here. Now obviously this isn't 100% sealed, there's still going to be dust in here, there's going to be air coming and going, but we're doing the best we can. That's what we got, which hopefully shall give us some pretty good results. We actually have a venting system that I've made out of some exhaust fans and bits of cardboard and wooden stuff we've got laying around the place. So when we get the car back in, we'll get it on the back, we'll finish it, plug it in, make sure it's all working the way it should be, and we'll clean everything down. And then we'll start doing our first coats of colour. So the workspace we got, aside from the dog, pretty big. We've moved everything that we can, but the car will sit here. We'll be able to get a few things here and there and then throw it together. Our intention today is to get all these trims done, as we said, go from there, and we might even get some more done today. We'll just see how we go. So, chucking into our filtration system, we have built ourselves a box here. We've got 3 exhaust fans. I'm supposed to have 4, but I forgot to grab one before we're going to hear. So for now, we're just going to seal that up, seal up these holes here, just staple gun cardboard in. We're going to seal down the side with some pool noodles, lay some noodles across the top, shut the door down on it, and then we should be able to pull clean air in. We've got some filtration gear that we're going to put on the back as well. And this particular one here, we have a tube, so we're going to run a tube all the way down here and have it here to sort of suck a bit of that stuff from over here down. So we'll see how that goes. I have no idea. I haven't even tested this thing, so today's going to be the first trial of this. And then we'll clean all these down, clean this, tape them up, get this car taped up, and then wipe everything down. And then we're going to be ready to go. We're going to do something a little bit different here. We're actually tape this off, probably paint the inside of this black, but leave the yellow to that edge. So we've just got to clean up that edge a bit there. There's a bit of filth on it. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical number with a typical amount of loud and low passages. Let's do this! Do this! Smoking! Right? Right on! Hell yeah! We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical amount of loud passages. Let's do this! Do this! Yeah! Right? Right on! Hell yeah!
So we're taped up, we're going to mix some paint, clean the car down and start putting our first few coats on, and we'll see what results we get, and then we'll hopefully have the bits we need done today. So we're going to be running with our cheap gun that we bought the other week because we don't have the right fitting to put the pressure regulator onto the new gun. So let's just hope that this works pretty good. We'll have a pretty good idea through this stuff that's happening today, and if there is an issue we'll just use the other gun tomorrow without the regulator and we'll change it up a little bit and go from there. So we've done our first coats on the bottom of the bonnet, the boot lid, and on the back of the car. Our vent system seems to be working quite well. It's definitely sucking in paint, and the filters on the other side are definitely showing signs of catching paint, so that's good. That means that no one's going to get up me for anything there. So what we're going to do now is just let this dry a little bit, but we're going to put the boot on later. But before that happens, next thing I'm going to do is the skirts, the spoiler, do all the door handles and bits and pieces like that. So we're going to set up for that, but there is a bit of rain coming at the moment, so we'll just see what happens with that, because our filter system is not waterproof and it's sticking out the door, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But it's looking good so far, and the coverage is good. It's actually, I thought it was going to be a lot thinner and have to be a lot more coats, but it's actually it's covering quite well. So we'll see what it looks like once we get on the other side. We start painting the entire car. That's a lot of yellow, but it's looking good. And not that I ever really thought about a yellow car, but it's actually I'm a little excited. I'm very excited to see it finished though. So that's a big day tomorrow. We're going to get that. It's just dedicated to the car. We also got to do the trims on the guard and put it on, so we can't forget that. But hopefully by tomorrow afternoon it'll all be done with a few wipe downs and bolts together. Other than that, yeah, it's coming along good. It's going to look good, hopefully. And yeah, I'm excited to see the end.